सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। Page 35, Mantra 15. तिलेषु तैलं दधिनीव सर्पिः आपश्रोतस्वरणेषु चाग्निः एवमात्मात्मनि गृह्यते सौ एवमात्मात्मनि गृह्यते सत्येनैनं तपसा योऽनुपश्यति। In different Upanishads, mantras declare that Atma is not away from you. Atma is in your own heart, it is available. That available Atma is your higher nature. That available Atma is not a different entity from you, but that is you. It is not different, but it is you. How to recognize it is in me, I can understand, but it is me that is more difficult for me to accept. Some Atma is there in my body, somehow I can accept some consciousness entity enlivening this body. It is okay. But that consciousness, how I am, this is more tough for me. Then Shastra says it is not tough. It is easy when you discriminate the higher I and lower I. Until today you are associated with lower I, Ahankara I, or Chidabhasa I, or the Jivatma I, which is finite in nature, which is having arrival and departure, which is a matter principle, which is having three gunas, which is of a nature of changing principle, that you are taking as yourself. That is the mistake you are committing from many janmas. Now you have to shift your perception or your understanding about yourself. Convert that identity from lower I, Ahankara, to higher I. Higher I is that Sat and Chit. That Sat Chit cannot be grasped without a medium. That higher I is called Sat and Chit, consciousness and existence principle. Since it doesn't have a form, it cannot be seen. It doesn't have a sound, it cannot be heard. It doesn't have a taste, it cannot be tasted by you. It doesn't have a smell, so that you cannot smell it. It doesn't have a form, you cannot touch it. So all your five sense organs are not having any job with regard to Brahman. Ruled out. Can mind grasp? Ordinary mind cannot grasp. Unrefined mind cannot grasp. A mind with full of emotional disturbances cannot grasp. A mind which is refined, purified, which is having a focusing capacity, a disciplined mind alone can focus. Then I can do that, a disciplined mind, focusing mind, by Ashtanga Yoga Abhyasa. Then Shastra says even your mind is refined, purified, subtle, subtler, subtlest, that mind, Mind by itself cannot know it, but you have to approach a guru with that mind. Having that mind, qualifying your mind, that's called jnana yogyata. With sense control and mind control, with that qualification, you have to approach a guru, then anupashyati. That anupashyati indicates Guru Vedanta Vakya Dwara. Anartham. Guru Vedanta Vakya Dwara. You alone cannot understand that without Guru's help. You require a guide. Spiritual educational program. Spiritual educational program. From a spiritual guide, a teacher, you need. That is called anupashyati. Yaha anupashyati. Tapasa satyena enam anupashyati. Enam atmanam. That which is available in your own heart as Sat and Chit, I am. That I am from Anatma to Atma, I have to shift. That my misconception about myself has to be converted into right cognition. Right cognition alone is called moksha. Right cognition alone is called liberation. There is nothing else is required other than understanding. I have to understand. There is nothing is required other than understanding. I have to understand. There is nothing is required other than understanding. No other sadhanas are required. Sadhanas are all you have to finish before itself, before coming to Shravanam. Once you come to Shastra Shravanam, Shravanena, Mananena, Nididhyasanena, Eva, Atmagnana Praptihi. First, this sentence must be convinced to a student. Because I heard so many sadhanas from so many people, so many ways to get liberation, moksha, I was thinking so many ways. But this Guru says, other than understanding, only through Shravanam, only through Mananam, only through Nididhyasanam, he says, I thought any marga I can attain moksha. But this conviction for many people it won't come. In spite of listening. That is the tragedy. If they don't come to Shastra, they are entertaining such a thought means okay. But unfortunately, some people listen, they don't understand this point. Understanding alone is required. Other than understanding, nothing is required. For moksha, they don't understand. I told you yesterday one point. I want to communicate fully that Kala, Desha, we are all thinking about Desha, Kala and all. They are all within Maya only. Maya, Brahma Sambandha only, Kala I said. Maya, Brahma Sambandha. When this type of topic comes, we switch off. We can't understand Maya. What is Kala also we can't understand. Only 11 o'clock they ring the bell, 11 o'clock I understand. More than that I cannot understand about Kala. Kala Kalaha, Kalasya Kalaha. They are talking. How this Kala has come. Kala is also a mithya, vyavaharika satyam. It is the part of creation. Kala and Maya and Brahma Sambandha eva Kalaha. To record the time, birth, you always record, no? Our birth, date of birth also recorded, no? They have records. Records. Your date of birth, when you are born, everything is recorded, no? In the records. Like that, you want to keep a time also record. When the time is born. When the time is born, birth, date of birth of time. Date of birth of time. I want to record the birth time of time. Everybody. This is what I want to tell yesterday. I didn't use the another word. That's why I want to, because many of you are raising your eyebrows. I understood that time. I want to record entry in the record book. What? The birth of time I want to record. When? When you record the birth of time. Adukku oru time venume. To record the birth of, suppose this flower when it is blossom, 8 o'clock, record. 8 o'clock it is blossomed. When this boy is born, so and so time, record. When this house is constructed, so and so time. Everything you can record, its time you can record in the book, so and so time, minutes, seconds. Can you do that with regard to time? I want to record that birth time of time. That's time. Puriyarda? Puriyadu. Time பற்றி புரிஞ்சுக்கணும்னா பூஜ்ய சுவாமிஜி amazingly explains about that time, Kala principle. You have to study Taittiriya Bhashyam and all, so many things you understand. But keep that mind, one day you will understand. Desha, Kala, very difficult to understand that principles. Anupashyati na Guru Shastra Vakya Dvara Anupashyati. Next, 16th mantra, the last and final mantra in the first chapter. Sarva Vyapinam Atmanam Shire Sarpirivarpitam Atma Vidya Tapomulam Tad Brahmopanishad Param Sarvam Vyapinam Atmanam. Atma is all pervading. Like example. All these examples meant to make easy for us to understand. So examples, if you understand easily, apply to Atma. Now imagine there is a big vessel. In that vessel, or 10 liters of milk is there, unskimmed milk. Okay, adi sollano. Ipo adi kadikave kadikadu. Ella packet paal, avin milk. Unskimmed milk. 10 liters of milk is there. That butter, sarpi, is entire milk. It is all pervading in the milk. Shire sarpi iva. In the milk, just as the butter is pervading. Can you see the butter? You cannot see. You have to put in a machine. Then only it comes out. Similarly, here also, in your hridayam, in your own body, there is a Sukshma Sariram. In that Sukshma Sariram, there is a heart. In that heart, there is a space. In that space, that awareness, in the form of awareness, aham is available. Recognize that aham as Atma. Aham Brahma. Asmi iti janiyat. You have to supply the verb. Janiyat. Sarvavyapinam Atmanam Shire Sarpiva Arpitam. Arpitam means abiding. Just as the butter is abiding, residing, remaining in the milk, Atma butter is in the hridayam kshiram. You have to vijaniyat, janiyat, pashyet. You have to supply within brackets. Arpitam means it is hidden. It is there. Atma Vidya Tapo Moolam. How to recognize this Atma which is in the heart? Doctors, if they open the heart, Atma is there. Doctor, please open and show me Atma. Mudive mudiyadu. If you open, only blood comes. Flesh blood you see. No one can see Atma. Atma Vidya Tapo Moolam. Atma Vidya, self-knowledge. Atma means self. Vidya means knowledge or inquiry. analysis, study. Atma Vidya, self-knowledge. How you can attain, what is the means? Tapo Moolam. Moolam means a means, a sadhana. Through a sadhana it can be attained. Atma Vidya can be attained through a sadhana. That Moolam is tapas. Here tapas means not austerity, not upavasa. Here tapas means inquiry. With the help of a guru. Tapasa brahma vijijnasasva tapo brahmeti satapo tapyata satapas taptva. So tapas means shravanam, listening from a teacher for a length of time with full attention, with qualifications. That's why many people cannot come to Atma Jnana, because these qualifications, it's the first round itself they are failed. The qualifications level itself they are not eligible. Where is the question of second round, third round, fourth round? Karma Yoga level itself, Chitta Shuddhi out. Ekagrata adivida vikshepam romba jasti. Chitta Shuddhi கிடையாது, மலம் இருக்கு, விக்ஷேபம் இருக்கு. எப்படிதான் வரும்னா அதுக்கு தான் இந்த பூஜா, ரிச்சுவல்ஸ், ரிலிஜியன், ப்ராக்டிசஸ். We should not say, I don't believe in religion, I don't believe in worship of God. Afterwards, after studying Shastra, we also negate God, not you. Before studying Shastra, why you negate now itself? ஏதோ தெரிஞ்சன மாதிரி. Can you prove there is no God? Then why you are telling, where is God? I don't believe in God. As though you have seen He is not there. That's why Shastra says, believe. Believe in God first. Follow rituals. Follow disciplines. Don't think you are a rationalist. ஏதோ தெரிஞ்ச மாதிரி. I am a logical rationalist. I am a logician. ஒன்று சுண்ணான்னு அர்த்தம். சூன்யம். சமத்த நல்ல பகவானுக்கிட்ட போய் ஜபம் பண்ணு, பூஜை பண்ணு. இட்ஸ் நாட் எ பிளைண்ட் பிலீஃப். Better to have worship, that Lord worship. Then you do all sadhanas, you purify your mind, do japa, tapa, get ekagrata. Then come to Shastra. Then we will tell you how, where is God. Really God is there or not. Appu negate பண்ணணும். புத்தி பூர்வகமா negate பண்ணணும். Ishvara is a vyavaharika satyam. It is not a paramarthika satyam. Brahman alone is paramarthika satyam. We negate Ishvara. When? After worshipping long time, we have to, you get a capacity, you through knowledge you negate Ishvara. That is real knowledge. Not knowing anything, இப்பவே God இல்லை, கடவுளே இல்லை. கடவுளே இல்லை, நீ இல்லைன்னு அர்த்தம். கடவுள்னா என்ன? ஆத்மஸ்வரூபம். God is not there means what? It is as good as I am not there. அப்படி சொல்லவே கூடாது. Beginningல we should not say that. ஆஃப்டர் சொல்லலாமா சுவாமி? அதே கிளாஸ் மத்தியிலே சொல்லணும், வெளியில் சொல்லக்கூடாது. ஆஃப்டர்வேர்ட்ஸ் ஆல்சோ யூ ஷுட் நாட் சே தெர் இஸ் நோ காட். அவுட்சைட் யூ ஷுட் நாட் சே. ஓன்லி ஹூ ஆர் ஸ்டடியிங் சாஸ்திரா, உபனிஷத் thoroughly, who are all having Shraddha, Bhakti, for them only we is say. For them itself difficult to understand. What to talk of outside people? Then only you can say there is no God other than Brahman. That God Swarupam is Upaya Sovataraya. For the sake of avatara, means I want to cross this samsara ocean, God is picturized. God is picturized by the scriptures. It is required. God created the universe, God became the world, God appears as the world. This teaching methodology you have to understand. Without that, if you refute God, you will be in trouble. Later also we worship God. Oh God, because of worshipping you only I have come to this knowledge. Anyhow I have to come from mother's womb. Why I have to grow in mother's womb? அப்படி எப்படி இருக்கும்? Anyhow I have to come from mother's womb. அது போய் அம்மா வயிற்றுல நான் எதுக்கு இருக்கணும்னா எப்படி இருக்கேன்? மதர் வயிற்றுல இல்லைன்னா நீங்கள் வளரவே முடியாது. இந்த எக்ஸாம்பிள் நல்லா சொல்லணும் குழந்தைங்களுக்கு. நீ பண்ணம்மா பூஜை, என்ன பேர் வச்சேன்னா, அம்மா நான் சாப்பிட்றேன் நீ சாப்பிடாதேன்னு சொல்லணும். யூ டோன்ட் ஈட், ஐ ஈட் ஆன் பிஹாஃப் ஆஃப் யூ அண்ணா. அது மாத்திரம் நான் சாப்பிட்றேன் தனியாக, பூஜை மாத்திரம் அம்மா பண்ணணும். எப்படி? யூ ஹாவ் டு டூ பூஜை ஆன் யுவர் ஓன். Every one we have to understand that God worship is required just like a mother's womb child grow in a healthy manner. If a child is not growing, what they do, if premature birth, the child has to be in incubator for a length of time. Child cannot survive. Similarly, we also, without God, we cannot grow and mature. After going into the religion, after some time mature and come out. If you don't enter into religion, also problem. If you enter and will not come out, also problem. Enter the religion, practice rituals, and grow out of it gracefully. சில பேர் போவே மாட்டா ரிலிஜன்லோக்கு, போனா வரமாட்டா. அதுதான் ப்ராப்ளம். அப்படி பண்ணக்கூடாது. Then that religion become it is a fearful affair. I am afraid of God. It is causing a fear in me. அப்படி இருக்கக்கூடாது religion. If I am not maturing my mind, refining and learning about Shastra, God, religion become a threat for me, painful. I become a sentiment. I am afraid of God. I am afraid of all planets, grahams, dosha, this dosha, that dosha. Adiyum paityam da, oru paityam. All these are too much of misconceptions, not knowing the truth in that. That is why many people are scattered and shattered. Puriyarda? Scattered means different misconceptions. And they are all shattered by lot of misconceptions and blaming the religion. And the religion tappa. That is your mistake, not religion mistake. You are looking at religion in a wrong perception. And you are superimposing all your misconception on God and religion. அந்த கடவுள் இந்த கடவுள்னு சொல்லி எல்லாம் ஒரு பைத்தியம் நினச்சிக்கோங்களே. இதெல்லாம் பைத்தியம்தான். அசல் ரிலிஜனை பற்றி நமக்கு ராங் மிஸ்கன்செப்ஷன் போகிறதுக்கு ஒரு ட்ரைனிங் வேணும். அது தனியாக கேம்பு வைக்கணும். எத்தனை தனியாக கேம்பு வைக்க வேணுமோ. யோகாவுக்கு ஒரு தனியாக கேம்பு வேணும். மிஸ்கன்செப்ஷன்ஸ் எல்லாம் போகிறதுக்கு ஒரு தனி கேம்பு வேணும். இப்படி எல்லாம் வைக்கிறதுக்கு பாடி கேனாட் கோஆப்ரேட். வெரி டிஃபிகல்ட். That's why when Guru is teaching, Guru is also a human being. They are also having limitations. I should not waste my time into Guru's energy. நம்ம பாட்டிக்கு நம்ம அப்படியே நரிஷிங் ஆல் ராங் நோஷன்ஸ். எத்தனை காலம் அப்படி? It should not be like that. I am the loser. I am not getting any benefit of Shastra. That's why we have to be very alert and smart enough with Viveka. We have to make use of that. That is called tapping the door at right time. Tapping the door at right time. If I go and tap the door at wrong time, opportunity will never come. Opportunity comes only once. Opportunity comes only once. Swamiji gives one example. One blind person went to Raja's palace. After entering to the palace to ask something from Raja, and he got it and he is coming out. And when he is coming out, he do not know where to go, how to go, and he asked some people there, soldiers, how to go out, please show me the way. And they said, இப்படி கதவு என்ன செவர் என்ன தெரியுமா, வால், இப்படியே வால் பிடிச்சுட்டே போ, தட்டிண்டே, you touch wall and go, and if you go there, the wall won't be there, that is the entrance. You go like that. That way you go outside. Yes, I can go. Then he decided to go that way, and he is go on touching like this and walking. When the door comes, suddenly he scratch at back and is walking, scratching at back, and then again touching. Again wall came, entrance gone. Again touching. Again he went another side. Sir, when wall came, exactly scratching. கதை சொன்னால் நம்ம சிரிப்பு வருது. சாஸ்திரம் நம்ம பார்த்து அப்படி சிரிக்கிறது. When Guru is teaching, you are scratching. Scratching என்ன? பொண்ணுக்கு கல்யாணம் ஆகணும் சுவாமினி, பையனுக்கு கல்யாணம் ஆகணும், பொண்ணுக்கு பையனுக்கு கல்யாணம் ஆயிடுச்சு, அப்புறம் பேபி சிட்டிங்கு, இதுதான் ஸ்க்ராச்சிங் என்ன? வேறு என்ன ஸ்க்ராச்சிங்? ஒரு பக்கம் மகா வாக்கியம், பிரம்மசூத்ராஸ் ஆர் கோயிங் ஆன், உபனிஷத்ஸ் ஆர் கோயிங் ஆன், பிரகரண கிரந்தாஸ் ஆர் கோயிங் ஆன். வீட்டில் உட்காந்து சாம்பார் ரசத்துலேயே சமையல் எல்லாம் போயிட்டே இருக்கு டைமு. அவருக்கு என்னென்ன டிவி பார்த்துட்டு பார்க்கில் நடந்துட்டு இருப்பார் அவர். இந்த அம்மா கிச்சனில் இருப்பான். 2 பேருமே நாட் அவைலபிள் ஃபார் சாஸ்திரா. என்னென்னமோ தே ஆர் டூயிங் லாட் ஆஃப் திங்ஸ், பட் தே நெவர் மேக் யூஸ் ஆஃப் சாஸ்திரா. Unfortunate thing. This is called scratching at the back. At the right time, when the opportunity is there, when Guru is teaching Shastra, how can I miss a class? That is the top priority. Make weekly 1 class ke vara mudiyana, daily vecha enna vara mudiyum. Ingella சாப்பாடு போட்டு 4 வேளை 4 கிளாஸ் வச்சுன்னு 3 வேளை சாப்பாடு போட்டு நிம்மதியாக ரூம் கொடுத்துட்டு ஃபேன் கொடுத்தாருன்னா அதுக்கே கஷ்டப்படுறோம் கிளாஸ் வரத்துக்கு. எல்லாம் என்ன பண்ணுறதுன்னா சாஸ்திராசி போ, வரலன்னா போனா யாருக்கு நஷ்டம்? தப்போ மூலம். இதுதான் தபஸ்ன்னா. ஸ்டடி சாஸ்திரா. டைம் இல்லை, அது இல்லை, இது இல்லைன்னு சொல்லவே கூடாது. சில இன்னும் குரு 2 கிளாஸ் சொன்னால் நன்னா இருக்குமேன்னு சொல்லணும். அதுக்கு தான் நான் 4 ஏரியாஸிலும் இந்த கிளாஸு அந்த சப்ஜெக்ட்டு, பிரகரண கிரந்தம் ஒரு பக்கம், பிரம்மசூத்திரம் ஒரு பக்கம், இந்த பக்கம் உபனிஷத்து, அந்த பக்கம் கீதா எல்லாம் சொல்லி நிறைய வாட்டி கேட்டு அவனுக்கு ஏதாவது வரணுமான்னு நாங்கள் பார்த்துன்னு இருக்கோம். ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ் என்ன நினைப்பான் தெரியுமா? அந்த அம்மாவுக்கு என்ன டைமு, நிறைய டைம் இருக்கு, நமக்கு தான் நிறைய ஒர்க் இருக்கான்னு நினைப்பான். என்ன ஒர்க் பண்ணுறேன்? மார்னிங் வெஜிடபிள் குக் பண்ணுறேன், மத்தியானம் சாம்பார், நைட்டுக்கு ஒரு சப்பாத்தி, இதுதானே நீங்கள் பண்ணின்னு இருக்கு. ரொம்ப சுவாமினி நீங்கள் ரொம்ப இது பண்ணுறேன், நாங்கள் என்னென்ன பண்ணுறோம் உங்களுக்கு என்ன பண்ணாடு பெரிய மகா காரியம். அதில் அதே சாம்பார், அதே ரசம், அதே வீட்டு தொடச்சுட்டே இருப்பேன். கிளீனிங்கு 12 மணி வரைக்கும் கிளீனிங்கு தான். கிளாஸு போச்சு, கோட்டை விட்டுட்டோம். அதுதான். அதனால் ஸ்ரத்தாவான் லபத்தே ஞானம். ஸ்ரத்த இல்லாதவனுக்கு எப்படி ஞானம் வரும்? போயின்னு இருக்க காலம் அப்படியே தள்ளிகிட்டே இருக்கும். தபசா தப மூலம் ஸ்டடி என்கொயரி தத் பிரம்ம உபனிஷத்து பரம். Param means absolute reality. The truth is Brahman. Through this means of inquiry, study, Shravanam, absolute reality you can attain. What is the benefit of this Param, Brahma, Atma Jnanam, absolute reality? Upanishad, who is the destroyer of samsara, ignorance. Upanishad Param. Upanishad you study. Through Upanishad, Sad means to destroy. That which destroys your ignorance. Ignorance caused samsara. Upani, sitting near the teacher. Upa, nischayena, ni, you get nischaya jnanam. Once you approach the teacher, Upa, and sit near down to the teacher, not on the chair. Idu mudugu vali, mutti vali irundha chair. Not allowed to sit in the chair. Because water flows downwards or upwards? Downwards, not upwards. So teacher must sit on a platform. Student is supposed to sit down all the time. That is our parampara. Now all lecturer halls are all, stage is down, audience are up. That is why எத்தனை லெக்சர்ஸ் கேட்டாலும் ஞானம் வரமாட்டேங்கிறது. கீழே உட்கார்ந்ததானே, எங்கேயும் கீழே கார்பெட்டு ஒன்றும் கிடையாது. இங்கே கூட 4 சுவாமினி உட்கார சொன்னால் போதும், செயிரில் உட்காரலாம்னு நான் பார்த்துட்டு இருக்கா சில பேர். நான் எப்போவே சொல்லி உட்காருங்கோ, கால் ஸ்ட்ரெச் பண்ணி கூட உட்காருங்கோ, நோ ப்ராப்ளம், செயிரில் உட்காருங்கோன்னு. சோஃபா வேணுமானா கொண்டு வருவோம். நீங்கள் கேட்டால் போதும் கிளாஸு. அப்படியே கால் சாஞ்சு அப்படியே உட்காரலாம், தப்பே இல்லை. ஏன்னா நீங்கள் வந்தால் போதும்மா கிளாஸுக்கு வா అని சொல்லணும். So nowadays people are not able to sit down because of lack of anushtanam. I will tell you why anyone cannot sit down. Only one reason I will tell you. No puja, anushtanam, sandhya vandanam, everyday upasana for 1 hour you do. Have you seen any one of our elders, grandparents sitting on the chair? At the age of 90 also, 100 also, I have seen our Kuppu Swami, he can sit down also. He sits down. 83-year-old. You know what is his age? Nearly he is crossing 82. People, they are there sitting down, and that's why they say, bend and take water with mug and bath, so that your back can become so flexible. நம்மன்னு ஒரு சேர் போட்டுட்டு இல்லைன்னா ஷவர் இருக்கே, பெண்டே பண்ண வேண்டாம். அது ஒன்று ஃபோன் மாதிரி இருக்கு இல்லையா, அது அப்படியே ஷவர் ஆகுது, அதை வச்சுன்னு அப்படியே போடுவோம். ஃபேஷன் ஆஃப் தட் டைனிங் டேபிள். பூஜா ரூமு கூட கொஞ்சம் ஹைட்லன்னு இருக்கும், அது வேறு, கீழே இருக்காது. இப்படி எல்லாமே வீட்டில் கொஞ்சம் ஹைட் இருக்கும். ஏன் அப்படி ஆயிட்டோம்னா, டெய்லி ஜெபம் பண்ணுறதுக்கு உட்கார்றது பழக்கமே இல்லை. அது முள்ளமாக போயின்னு இருக்கேன். அப்போது டாக்டர் கூட சொல்லுவார், கீழே உட்காராதுங்கோ, கீழே உட்காராதுங்க. அவர் சொல்லி சொல்லி இருக்கிற ஃப்ளெக்சிபிலிட்டி கூட போச்சுன்னா. டோன்ட் அப்யூஸ் யுவர் பாடி. டூ மச் யூஸிங் ஃபார் unnecessary things, you are abusing your body. Not using the body also one type of abusing. Daily yoga abhyasam if you do, you can sit until at least old age comes. Okay, doesn't it depends on the genetic, certain problems comes, that is okay, we can't do anything, we are helpless. But maximum try to sit down as much as possible. When I am able to sit down also, sitting in the chair means what? அதுக்குன்னு தனி ஒரு சேர் இருக்குது, அது வாங்கி வச்சுக்கோங்க, அப்படியே சார்ந்து உட்காரலாம். அது ஒன்று இருக்கு இல்லையா, பேக் சீட், அது மாதிரியெல்லாம் கிடைக்கிறது. அது ஒன்று வாங்கிட்டு கிளாஸில் போட்டுக்கோங்க, அவ்வளோதான். வரும்போது கேரிட், சின்னது, போர்ட்டபிள். அது வர ஒரு சஜஷன் கொடுக்கணும் எல்லாருக்கும் இப்போ. ஸோ இந்த மாதிரி தபஸ், தட் இஸ் கால்டு நீ என்ன இதுக்கு சொல்கிறவர் என்ன, கோ அண்ட் அப்ரோச் த டீச்சர் அண்ட் சிட் டவுன். And Nischaya Jnanam you get by studying Upanishad. That is called Upanishad. It gives absolute reality. Jnanam, the knowledge about absolute reality. With this, first chapter is over. Now we will enter. Upanishad means source to get the reality. Nartham. Source to get the reality. Source to get the absolute reality. Get and not outside. Source to get the absolute reality which is already available, which is you. Now we will enter into second chapter. Yunjanah prathamam manaham तत्त्वाय सविता धियः अग्निर्ज्योतिर्निचाय्य पृथिव्या अध्या भरत. Again many obscure words, direct meaning you don't get here. Agner Jyotihi, Prithivya, all these words have a different meaning. Let us see. What is the background to this chapter, second chapter? It is, this Upanishad can be called as Suryopanishad. This Upanishad can be called as Yoga Upanishad. Yoga sadhana is highlighted. What type of yoga? Advanced yoga sadhana is highlighted here. Advanced yoga sadhana is highlighted here. From 8th mantra onwards it comes. 8th mantra to 17th last mantra, advanced yoga practices are going to come. Now from 1st mantra to 7th mantra, it is a prayer and importance of yoga, your effort and prarthana. Prasada through prayer. You get prasada means anugraha from the Lord through your prayers. That is the first significance from first 1 to 7. 1 to 7, the two topics are highlighted. Prasada, the prayer or anugraha. Through prayers you get anugraha from the Lord. And the second is your effort. How much effort you have to put. That is the second point highlighted. The importance of Ashtanga Yoga also highlighted as your effort. Even though in this chapter there is a higher advanced version of yoga given, but that is not required for a mumukshu. Ashtanga Yoga has got two versions. This yoga is given by the Lord. It came from Bhagavan. That Lord who gave this yoga, after receiving from the Lord, Patanjali Maharshi codified, presented, extracted the Ashtanga Yoga from the vast yoga science. Patanjali Yoga in 500 sutras nearly, he extracted the yoga and given a discipline form for a regular life. For a regular life, daily routine, it is a vast subject, very vast, big science it is. But Patanjali has codified from that. He has taken this much yoga, who will practice? So people must get some benefit in their lifespan. Very short life people are having, 100 years la ennada panna mudiyum. So how much benefit they can get, that much let me design. So he designed such a way, he codified in such a way, he extracted in such a way in the form of Ashtanga Yoga. Ashtanga Yoga, which has got a 4 parts. Sadhana Pada, Vibhuti Pada, Samadhi Pada. Like that 4 padas he gives. In that Sadhana Pada, what we say, practical version, one is practical portion, another is theoretical portion. Theory and practice. And this theory part of yoga we don't accept. In Vedanta, yoga theory is contradicting Vedanta. Yoga theory is contradicting the Advaita Vedanta theory. We the Uttaramimamsakas, Advaitins, will not accept the philosophy of Veda, philosophy of Patanjali Yoga. The Yoga Shastra philosophy we don't accept because they talk Jivatma Bheda. Because yoga philosophy is very close to Sankhya philosophy. So the Sankhya philosophy, yoga philosophy, very close. They talk about Jivatma Bheda, that is Dvaitam. And Jivatma Paramatma Bheda they talk. But Advaita, Jivatma eva Paramatma, Paramatma eva Jivatma we say. That is why we don't take the philosophy part. When I asked Swami Paramarthanandaji, Swamiji, I want to teach Patanjali Yoga Sutras. What are all sutras can I teach? I asked. I gave one book to Swamiji and Swamiji has selected certain sutras. You teach these sutras and avoid other sutras. What are all sutras selected by Swamiji? I taught those sutras only in my yoga camp in Rishikesh. All other sutras we don't touch. These selected sutras talking about Ashtanga Yoga practice, we take those sutras. Theory part we don't touch. And the practical part, sadhana pada, only we take where Ashtanga Yoga sadhana comes. Yoga darshanam is different, yoga abhyasa is different. So their philosophy we don't accept ruthlessly without any compassion. We have to say even yoga philosophy is also wrong. Vyasacharya refute that philosophy in Brahma Sutra. If you want to understand, you have to study Brahma Sutra. Why yoga is not right. Only in Brahma Sutra it is discussed. Why Sankhya philosophy is also not right. Only in Brahma Sutra. That takes 8 years to study. Minimum. I have completed only half now. That itself 4.5 years gone. Some more I have to do. So these are all systems. Every system other than Advaita, all of them have their loopholes. They are not arriving at Advaitam. That's why Buddhism, Jainism, Charvaka, Nastika Matams all refuted, and Astika Matams, Sankhya, Yoga, Vaiseshika, Nyaya, all Purvamimamsa also all are refuted. Why Advaita alone is correct also you have to understand. அந்த அளவுக்கு நமக்கு ஃபிசிக்கல் ஸ்டாமினா வேணும், மென்டல் ஸ்டாமினா வேணும், இன்டலெக்சுவல் ஸ்டாமினா அதை விட வேணும். ஸோ ஹவு டு டெவலப் ஸ்டாமினா? கமான், டூ ப்ரேயர். இதெல்லாம் ஸ்டாமினா டெவலப்பிங் சாப்டர். தி சாப்டர் இஸ் கால்ட் ஸ்டாமினா டெவலப்பிங் சாப்டர். Physical stamina development, mental stamina development, and intellectual stamina development sake. So it's like a contract signing chapter. First prayer, I am putting a contract in front of Lord. Bhagavan, this is my contract. Please sign on this. I have to ask Bhagavan. நான் சைன் பண்ணுறேன், நீ பண்ண வேண்டியது கூட பண்ணணும்னு சொல்லணும். எப்படி விநாயக ஆஸ்க்டு, ஐ வில் ரைட் மகாபாரதா, வைல் ரைட்டிங் யூ ஹாவ் டு சே வித்தவுட் நான் ஸ்டாப் பண்ண. நான் ஸ்டாப் பண்ண கேப்பே கொடுக்காமலே சொல்லிகிட்டே இருக்கணுமா? அப்படி அவர் என்ன சொன்னார்? நீ புரிஞ்சுக்கிட்டு எழுதணும்னாரு ஒரு ஸ்லோகம். அது மாதிரி பகவான் சொல்கிறார், நீ கான்ட்ராக்ட் கொடுத்துட்டு எனக்கு என்ன சைன் பண்ண சொல்கிறேன். But what is your job also? You have to remember that is your effort. You have to use your free will. I don't accept fate, always leaving to my fate. தலை எழுத்து எப்படி இருக்குமோ அப்படி நடக்கும் சுவாமினி. மோட்சம் வரதா இருந்தால் வரும். அப்படியெல்லாம் சொன்ன ஒரு குட்டு கொடுப்பேன். You have to put your effort. மோட்சம் வரதா இருந்தால் வீட்டில் உட்கார்ந்தா வராதா என்ன? அது ஃபேட்டலிசம். That is called a fatalism. One extent. Some people say, I depend upon my effort, my free will. Why God? Why prayer? I am working hard, I am struggling, I am putting effort, I am getting benefit. Why God? So their free will, they depend upon only free will. This is also not right. Bhagavad Anugraha Prasada is also required. My effort is also required. இது தெரியணும் ஃபஸ்ட்டு. நிறைய பேருக்கு இது தெரியாது. அது தெரியறதுக்கு கொஞ்சம் புண்ணியம் இருக்கணும். அது தெரியறதுக்கு கொஞ்சம் புண்ணியம் வேணும். Arrogant people, they say my effort. Timid people say only God effort. இப்போ சாஸ்திரா says both put together. அதுதான் இந்த 1 to 7, the importance is that. We will miss the track. We will miss the destination if you don't put effort. Some people prayer, Bhagavan, bless me. Swamini, bless me. Bless me. Blessing always irukku. Thaniya bless panna vendi illa. Flowers are always flowers illa. Blessings are always showering. Like flowers, okay. Like flowers, blessings are always showering. You have to tap those blessings. You have to tap. How to tap? Recognize that your effort also required. Notebook, textbook, pen, write. If your son says, my fate, தலை எழுத்திருந்தா நான் பாஸ் ஆகிடுவேன்னு சொன்னால் எப்படி இருக்கும்? சொல்லக்கூடாது, சொல்ல மாட்டான். Or my effort alone is sufficient, I don't care for God, that is also wrong. There are so many factors. There are so many factors for your success. Not only your success. When you sit on that table, now you see, when you are coming onto that station and coming here, one student got a phone call. Mother is not well. Immediately has to go back. All the way he came to the ashram and dropped all of them in the bus and went back. Next train he took. In another camp also, Sringeri, when we went, it happened like that. We were all traveling and our train was derailed and we were all sleeping in the train. In Arakonam it is there. Next day morning 7 o'clock we thought we have reached Mangalore. We thought we are taking our luggage. Mangalore has come, let us get down and we take bus and we will go to Sringeri. Then we come to know, not Mangalore, it is Arakonam. Because we are all in deep sleep. 12 o'clock to 5 o'clock, we do not know anything. We thought train is going. Train is not going. We are sleeping. Then it has started and we reached very late, and after going there, we got down. And immediately one student has got a message from his house. One person is sick, immediately he has to go back. All the way from Sringeri he went back without attending the camp. What is that? So there are unknown factors, many factors from all sides. Therefore we pray to the Lord, Bhagavan, just help me to give a backup to my prarabdha. Backup and children, ella backup vechukrom illa ipo ellathikume. Stand by, backup enna. Namakku backup enna Bhagavan da. So adukku da in the whole prayer, it is a prayer verse here. We want only a simple version of Ashtanga Yoga for a mumukshu. Advanced yoga is required for a upasaka. The one who want to get krama mukti, one who want to go to Swargaloka or Brahmaloka, at the time of death, he has to withdraw all sense organs, murdhnadhaya pranaha, bhruvor madhye pranamaveshya samyak. He has to bring all pranas, 5 pranas, samana, vyana, udana, all 5 pranas to Bhrukiti, and he has to send them through Sushumna Nadi to Brahmarandra, and he has to leave the prana. Then he goes to Brahmaloka. For such people, advanced yoga is required. Not for a mukshu, for a Vedantin. Who want a Sadhyo Mukti, who want a Jivan Mukti, for such a person, advanced yoga version is not required. That's why we never encourage advanced yoga like Kundalini, mystic powers, some lights to appear, some experiences, extraordinary experiences. Patanjali himself says, ignore all those experiences, never carried away by mystic powers. Those are all not meant for moksha. There is no connection between Jnanam and Siddhis. Anima, Laghima, Ashta Siddhis are only for Upasakas. Those Upasakas who want to get Krama Mukti, not Sadhya Mukti. That is why unfortunately many people trapped into yoga, into Kundalini, and they want to levitation, lifting the body in the air, and walking on the waters, floating on the water. Floating on the water, fish idhukku float pannanum? Fish enna floating, nanu float pandrenna. Enna panna pora float panni? Adu or paityam sila perukku. Levitation. I went to many yoga conferences. All types of paityams comes there. They are supposed to great yoga teachers. International yoga teachers, from Vedanta standpoint, they are all Paityam. Okay, I am not calling them Paityam. From Vedanta philosophical standpoint, Jivan Mukti standpoint, it is just a type of madness. We don't care for that. I saw many people doing lot of mystic. One person, foreigner he is, and he is having a telepathy. Because of certain yogic practices, a scientist also, he wrote a book, Discovery of Truth. In that, he is a great yogi, he writes so many experiences. And I saw one foreigner, you keep one thing, a clock or some object somewhere. He goes out, lot of distance he goes, and you keep somewhere. And he comes and find out where you kept. He goes and bring that object. அது பார்த்த உடனே நமக்கு என்ன இருக்கும்? அப்பா இது நானுக்கு வந்தா நன்னா இருக்குமே. Telepathy. And my mother-in-law, what she is thinking in the next room, I can know. And my brother-in-law, what he is thinking about me, I can know. இது பைத்தியம் இல்லாமல் என்ன ஆகும் தெரியும் சொல்லுங்க. I saw that person daily with one program. Mahesh also was there that time. He was running and searching everything. Everybody is clapping. Like that, so many Himalayan yogis are there, they do lot of mystic powers. Show mystic powers, all those things. அதெல்லாம் வேண்டாப்பான்னு சொல்கிறது உபனிஷத்து. பட் ஹியர் அட்வான்ஸ்டு யோகா இஸ் உபனிஷத் இஸ் டாக்கிங். We have to understand advanced yoga is not at all required to say aham brahma asmi. On the other hand, it is an obstacle. Rising kundalini. Puja Swamiji always jocularly says, why you are raising that palm which is sleeping? Let it sleep. Why you are rising unnecessarily? பாம்பனு போய் எழுப்புவானே யாராவது అని சொல்லுவார் சுவாமிஜி. பாம்பு நல்லா தூங்கிட்டு இருக்கா, அது போய் நீ ஏன் எழுப்புறேன்? Some people love that, what to do. Yoga, abhyasa is also recommended by many acharyas, Shankaracharya, Vyasacharya, Vidyaranya and many other acharyas beautifully, even Lord Krishna in Bhagavad Gita. Ashtanga yoga is the best practice. Paramarthananda Swamiji says, whoever practice Ashtanga yoga, for them Vedanta is a walkover. Walkover means like a halwa. Whoever practice, who have learnt illa, whoever practice sadhana, whoever do that. Vedanta is simple because of Ashtanga yoga, Shariram is in steady position. Mind is also steady. Sense organs are so strengthy, healthy. And your prana is also healthy. Of course, intellect is very sharp because of that abhyasa. That's Ashtanga yoga is very, very important. All those Ashtanga 8 steps are sadhanas. First, yama niyamas. Yamas are ahimsa, satyam. நான் சொல்லவே வேண்டாம், நீங்களே சொல்லலாம். சொல்லுங்க. ahimsa. Number 2, ahimsa satyam. Number 3, asteyam. Number 4, aparigraham. Brahmacharyam, aparigraham. Ahimsa, satyam, asteyam, brahmacharya, aparigraha. All these meant for sannyasis predominantly. First yamas are for sannyasis. It doesn't mean grihasthas follow பண்ண கூடாதான்னு கிடையாது. grihasthas கூட பண்ணலாம், பட் சன்னியாசிக்கு ரொம்ப இம்பார்ட்டன்ட் இது. நியமாஸ் வந்து சௌச்ச, சந்தோஷ, தபஸ், ஸ்வாத்தியாய, ஈஸ்வர பிரணிதான. These are all meant for grihastha ashramis predominantly. அதனால் கிரகஸ்தன் வந்து அப்பப்போ பொய் சொன்னா கூட பரவாயில்ல, சன்னியாசி சொல்லக்கூடாது. ஏன்னா கிரகஸ்தன் வந்து அஹிம்சா ஃபாலோ பண்ணுறது கஷ்டம். ஏன்னா பஞ்சசூனா எவ்ரிடே குக்கிங்கு, இந்த வாட்டர் பாயிலிங், so many cleaning, bathroom, kitchen room, this and that and all, killing so many insects. அவனுக்கு போய் அஹிம்சா சொன்னால் பாவம் கஷ்டமாக இருக்கும் இல்லையா? ஸோ சாஸ்திரா இஸ் ஸோ லிபரல். Panchashuna papam is can avoid through Panchamaha Yagnas and Shuli. So Shaucha, Santosha, Tapasu, Swadhyaya, Ishvara Pranidhana, Niyamas. Then Asana, third step. Yama, Niyama, third one is Asana, postures. Then fourth one is Pranayama, breathing regulation. Regulating your breathing process, pranayama. Then pratyahara, withdrawal of senses from worldly objects, like a tortoise. Yogi is like a tortoise. Am I a yogi or yogini? Yogacharya, yogacharini. So yoga is so nice, pratyahara. Don't talk unnecessarily. Don't misuse your sense organs. Make use of your sense organs for spiritual upliftment. அப்புறம் சொல்கிறேன் பிரத்யாகார. Then dharana, focusing or fixing the mind on a object, chosen object. Then that focus, fixing mind, you have to retain for length of time is called dhyanam, meditation. Last and final one is samadhi, absorption. You just absorb in that dhyana, dhyata. Dhyata I am, I absorb in dhyaya vastu. And that samadhi, savikalpa, nirvikalpa, so many are there. So this Ashtanga Yoga Yama Niyamas, ahimsa, non-violence, not hurting others, is an important value. These are all virtues. You cannot just ignore like that. They are all 10 commandments of Hinduism. Ahimsa, non-violence, not hurting anyone, manasa, vacha, karmana. That's why sannyasa, when we take abhaya pradhanam, it is a oath. I never cause any hurt to any being in this world. Sannyasi take a oath at the time of sannyasa. When I was traveling in a train, one child, 5-year-old child, 6-year-old child, I am traveling to Ooty. That child says, Papa, we need not have any fear. No, we need not afraid of anything. Why? Swamini is sitting opposite to us. I really stunned. That child, see, this, whoever wear this saffron, people think is a sadhu, mahatma, he will never or she will never hurt us at any cost. They will always protect us. That child, then I asked how that child has got this type of samskara. The parents said that we always go to Ramakrishna mission and our daughter always sees their mahatmas and sadhus there. And because of that association, she come to know, immediately she reciprocated when she saw me there in the compartment. That is ahimsa. Why I told you for only sannyasis. Sannyasi compulsory ahimsa follow பண்ணணும். ஏதாவது பண்ணினா ஒரு வேடை மஸ்கிட்டோஸ் கொலை பண்ணினா கூட திருப்பி அந்த காயத்ரி மந்திரம், சன்னியாசிக்கு ஒரு மந்திரம் இருக்கும். அந்த மந்திரம் ஹண்ட்ரட்ஸ் ஆஃப் டைம்ஸ் we have to say. பை மிஸ்டேக் ஏதாவது தெரியாமல் நடந்தால் கூட we have to do japa. அது மாதிரி எல்லாம் நிறைய நிஷ்டா இருக்கும். Then satyam, not telling lies. That is why நீ உங்கள் வாக்கால் சொல்லுங்கோ. உங்கள் வாக்கால் சொல்லுங்கன்னு என்ன அர்த்தம்? Because they follow Satyavratam, if they speak, they say, they bless by their words, they do sankalpa, it happens. That's why our people have a lot of trust in that. Ahimsa Satyam. More in the next class. Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasishyate. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om.